glorious morning. Makes me sick.
You mess with the great and powerful Max, and now must suffer the consequences. I summon the burning rain of death.
Nice going, Max.
You can talk.
Yeah, no kidding. Now, get the spell book. Come on, move it!
Oh, no! Kill him! Do it now!
Wench. Trollop, you buck-toothed, mop-riding firefly from hell!
Ah!
I've waited centuries to say that.
Oh, say what you want, just don't breathe on me.
Sisters! All Hallows Eve has become a night of frolic, where children wear costumes and run amok.
Amok! Amok, 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 amok. Oh, really, just one child.
More in store for you. We have a very special surprise for you. Are you ready for a little magic? Enjoy.
Quartet.
Composer John Debbie.
I love riding up in that thing.
That was like a lot of fun. I wanted to get in there too. Goodness gracious. Okay, so how incredible was that to experience that amongst fans? You're celebrating 30 years and you have music right here on stage.
Amazing. Well, I have to thank everybody, all the fans, all of you out here. You know, we wouldn't be here without you. You've made this such an amazing phenomenon. And so the least I could do is write a little new piece of music for you. The first piece you heard was from Hocus Pocus 2. And the second one was, of course, from Hocus Pocus 1. So thank you.
Now you mentioned we. That means there's a few more that are joining us right now. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome director Kenny Ortega.
Right here.
It started as a bedtime story for our two daughters that are now women, and that was the beginning of it. A black cat crossed our path when we were sitting on the porch, and I started to tell them about that he was a little boy turned into a cat by witches, and they just loved it, and every night I had to embellish that story.
Kenny, what about you?
You know, the Walt Disney Company offered me 2 movies, and the first movie they said, if you'll do this first movie, which was Newsies, right, they said you can decide what your second movie is, and I heard that Bette Midler was very, very interested in doing Hocus Pocus. I was a huge fan of hers. I hadn't even read the script, and I said, I want to do Hocus Pocus.
Okay, wow. And then, John, you had quite a time getting brought into this. Tell us about that.
Well, I got, there was a change of schedule, and I came onto the project very late. And my friend David, who I had known before, told me about this project, and you were kind enough to invite me to the party. And then when I heard it was Kenny Ortega, and the first time I met this man, it was nothing but hugs, love, humor, and I only had 2 weeks to write a lot of music, so they made it easy for me because they just supported me. I was like a bird let out of a cage, so thank you.
And the music is so very much a part of Hocus Pocus, John, so much.
Would you say are a few, if not maybe one of your favorite memories? And that's kind of a lead into some of these props that you're bringing us here. Can you tell us a little bit about what you brought and any memories tied to them?
I have Billy the Butcher's finger. Doug, who played Billy Butcherson, handed this to me, and it scared the living Jesus out of me. And we put it on a string, and every Halloween I wear it, and I work special for all of you tonight.
David, what's going on over there?
So, what you see here is the Black Flame candle. And a book. This was part of my original presentation. This is just a candle from Ralph's. I took paper, put it in the oven, toasted it, and then did my drawings of all kinds of things that I don't know what it says in Latin. And I made 2 of these, and Disney decided to put the original one, of the 2 of them, in the film. And then this was the book that I presented. The Black Flame candle and the book were part of my original presentation. This is actually my 10th grade biology book.
Very inspiring, I love that. John, you brought the music today, but any other memories that you can share?
Well, there are too many to count. I remember one of my first memories was with Kenny on stage with the orchestra. Kenny just let me fly, and he clued me in very early to something about the film that I didn't realize at the time, but he said, you know, this is all, the ladies are dancing. They're dancing through this whole film. And once he clued me into that, the rhythm, the pace, everything, the way Kenny shot so beautifully, that lent itself to music. So then we just went off into this wild, you know, ride on the brooms at night. We recorded at night, which I thought was very apropos. Very in the dark of night, we'd record very late. And we just had the best time ever. It's my favorite movie I've ever done. And that's my story.
There's like a 1-year-old clapping in the front row. Will you be coming back in 10 years still watching this so we can do our 40th anniversary with you? Yeah?
I see a smile. That's a yes. That's a yes right there. But that's actually a very good point. You celebrated milestone after milestone, 10 years, 15, 20, now 30. What are the moments that you have seen embraced by fans over the years, and how has it kind of evolved over time?
You know, when the film came out, it did not do well. It got bad reviews. We were up against Jurassic Park. I was in tears that weekend because I so believed in it. And over about 5, 7, 8 years, it started to grow and grow until it's become this enormous phenomenon that it is today, thanks to all of you.
It means so much to the fans. How would you describe what it means to each of you now, celebrating 30 years of Hocus Pocus?
That's your baby, man. For me, I mean, I just pinch myself to think of all the things that have changed in 30 years. From my own family, you know, watching babies turn 30, and the you know, technology, the innovation of technology, and FaceTime, and all of these things that have changed the world. But the one thing that hasn't changed, that just still sits there, you know, from 1993, is Hocus Pocus. And it's just amazing that it's lasted and lived and still, you know, strong after all of the changes that have happened in the world, that people are still drawn to it. And it's just thrilling, and I so personally appreciate it. Thank you all for hanging in there with us for all these years.
Anything else to add?
Well, I would just add to that, similarly, you know, all of a sudden things started to change. Once the film started to get out there on the Disney Channel, what have you, and I would start to have families come up to me if I meet them at a school function, and they'd say, oh, but, you know, tell us some of the films you've done. Name a couple of films. Every time we got to Hocus Pocus, they went, oh my God, I love that as a little girl, and now I'm bringing my little girls to see it. And that, I still get chills. Thank you. That is the magic of what David and Kenny have created. It's truth. It's the love between a brother and a sister, to me.
I wish I could look into every single one of your faces and to shake your hand and to give you a hug. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Good, yeah.
You're good? Okay, well, I have to say, let's give another round of applause for our special guest tonight. And enjoy Hocus Pocus.
Confound it! Shut up! It is but water!
Most refreshing.
You idiot! The boy has tricked us, and he's stolen the book!